Tough one. Very frustrating when you start the first half like we started. I have no idea why. That's on me. It's not these kids. They practiced hard. They were ready to play, but we really didn't play with that edge and that chip that we normally play with. Really just, across the whole squad. I don't know, being off that much time, it just didn't seem the same. Proud of them. A few adjustments at halftime, but really more than anything, just an attitude adjustment, make a few plays, and that breeds excitement when you make a few plays and kind of feed off each other. So we'll go back to the drawing board on how to prepare these guys better to come out of the gate a little bit faster. But I am proud of how hard these guys play, and I never doubt that. That's why I think it's really on me to figure out how to get a faster start, because it's never a question of these guys not being all in and doing everything we ask them to do. We just got to prepare them a little differently.
Thank you, Coach. We'll now open up the floor for questions. Please raise your hand and state both your outlet and name when asking a question. We'll start on the left.
Chris Fetters with Dogman.com. For all you guys, I know first time, the Rose Bowl and everything else, especially Coach Pete. Did it live up to expectations with the hype and the build-up and everything that people thought or people told you it might be in terms of coming out the tunnel and seeing all the purple and seeing the red? Did it live up to what you thought it might be?
Yeah, I've seen this game for a lot of years. Never been here. Certainly the whole week, everything leading up to the opening kickoff led up to that. I think when you don't play like you want to play or think you're capable of playing, that kind of sours things a little bit. But in terms of how we were treated, the prestige of this place, all those type of things you're talking about, first class, second to none.
Yeah, I thought it was, it was a special game. The whole setting of it was pretty cool. Just, I think like you said, it's kind of hard to reflect on all that. Just kind of thinking about the loss right now.
It was cool. Just love this program, love Coach Pete, love these guys.
Okay. Question up in the front.
Matt Calkins of the Seattle Times. This is for all three of you guys, too. Obviously, you guys have achieved a lot over the past few years. Got to the college football playoff, won 2 Pac-12 titles. But to not have that major bowl win over the past 3 years, when you put it all in perspective, what does that elusive win mean? What's the significance of that?
Well, I think it means we're close to being where we want to be, but we're not there. You're playing the best of the best. When you play the 3 teams that we just got done playing the last 3 years, and there's very little margin for error. And you have to play your best football. And, I think Ohio State's as good as anybody out there. I think they could have been in the tournament, the 4-team tournament. I think a lot of people think that. I just think it's frustrating for us when you feel like you didn't put your best foot forward the whole entire 4 quarters. And so that's where it comes back to us as coaches to figure that out, because all that stuff matters. I do think that, these kids have it in them to be right there, that you get a little luck and make a play or two. Anything can happen in these type of games. But, we'll keep battling, keep learning, keep figuring out how to raise the bar.
I don't really have anything else to say other than what Coach Pete did.
Yep.
We have one in the front.
Aaron Alter, Seattle PI. Coach, you've been with these two for the last 4 years as you've brought the program back up. What are the emotions like for you walking off the field with them for the last time?
Yeah. It seems like yesterday when both those guys kind of came walking into the building. Didn't really know what they'd give us. We thought they'd give us their heart. We kind of figured that, or we wouldn't have recruited them. And I just think what they've done as freshmen, out of the gate, just the maturity that they brought to the game, really. not only their play, but just how they prepared. I always think about Miles, how hard he practiced. Jake prepares and practices all the same. He never changes. Those answers he just gave you, that's kind of the same answers he gives me a lot, even when it's going good or not good. But just their consistency and really wanting to do the best they can and not flinching, no matter good, bad, or in between.
Okay, we have a question from the front.
Chris, considering the slow start with the offense, you guys were obviously humming there in the fourth quarter, but considering the slow start and some of the struggles up and down on offense this year, do you think you need to make some drastic changes this offseason to the offense?
I think we need to look at our offense really closely, no question. I don't know. Like the game was kind of similar of a lot of what went on this season in terms of some red zone issues. We drive the ball, we play, we can run the ball pretty well on occasion and make some plays, and we get in the red zone and we penalty sack. I mean, it's so frustrating. It's not something we haven't been paying attention and looking at, but we will get that fixed.
How?
We'll have a plan. We will. We'll study the hell out of the tape and, pare things down so we're more precise, what we're doing. It all comes down to execution is what it is. And I don't know if there's any one thing we would have fixed it long ago. But we've done it in the past. We've played good in the red zone in the past. We'll analyze every bit of tape that we have of ourselves from not just this year, and we'll figure it out.
Jake, Miles, what was that feeling in the fourth quarter as you guys are making that obviously comeback and humming like you guys obviously wanted to?
Yeah, I mean, I think on the sideline the whole time we were saying just keep swinging and, keep getting after it. We're just a couple plays away from getting that first score. And at halftime kind of said just take it one drive at a time. And, I think coming out in the second half, Miles definitely sparked it. And then fourth quarter we were able to move the ball up and down the field, pretty well. But it was just, too little too late. But, we're always going to keep swinging. We did always keep swinging. And, I think that's kind of, how we are as a team. We're just, we're never out of it. Just keep battling.
Question from the front left.
Chris, Art Teal, Sports Press Northwest. Can you talk about the decision to punt late in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, we were going to go for it, and then, we wanted, if we didn't convert, we want to put our defense in such a bad situation there. We actually might have had a little something else going on there in terms of the punt, but they lined up the punt return team lined up not how we wanted them to, so we had to kick it out of there. Yeah. And so we didn't get the look we wanted. And so, we were trying to get a little something done, but we didn't want to just do something that we didn't think we had much of a chance at.
We have one more question in the front left.
Coach, I think you had about minute 15, at the end of the first half. What was the thought process trying to get out of your own end?
Yeah, that was frustrating. I mean, really frustrating. Yeah, that's a frustrating one. The thought process was, let's not get, let's try to run the ball, get a first down. We threw a pass right away, got about 5 yards, and then I think on third down we ended up missing a pass. They come down and scored. I thought that was a big, huge key to the game for those guys to score right before. It was frustrating on both sides, that we don't eat a little clock, that we didn't convert the first down, and then they got the ball and went right down the field on us. Well, there was a thought of that. Yeah.
Okay, we have time for one more question. Up here in the front.
You started out in the third quarter. I think you had 6 consecutive runs. What was your plan going into that to reestablish the run and make them change their defense?
Yeah, we had more runs called the first half, but they're kind of run pass options, and Jake was throwing a lot. So then we just wanted to give our line a chance to kind of get into a rhythm and not put the pass part of things on, and they really started moving the ball, and they felt that they could do some things, and And so that was just kind of that thinking. And, I think that kind of helped us stay on the field, get a little rhythm going, and not go 3 and out, those type of things.
That will conclude our post-game press conference.